Before the United States had a name, before the stars and stripes flew over a free land, there were ordinary men, farmers, blacksmiths, and dreamers who stood against the greatest army on earth. And among them was one man who refused to run, even when hope was gone. This is the story of Colonel William Prescott, the forgotten hero of Bunker Hill. The American Revolution was still young. The colonies were scattered, untrained, underfed, and uncertain, but their hearts burned with one word: freedom. On June 17, 1775, British troops, the best in the world, marched to crush the rebellion at a hill just outside Boston. That hill would soon become sacred ground. The Americans had little powder, few guns, and almost no chance, but Prescott stood tall before his men and said calmly, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes." It wasn't just a command, it was defiance. It meant stand firm, don't waste a bullet, don't give an inch. The first wave of British troops climbed the hill, confident, disciplined, unstoppable. Then, at the last moment, fire. The hill erupted in smoke and flame. Dozens of redcoats fell where they stood. The British line broke and ran. But the British came again and again. Each time the Americans waited, held their ground, until their gunpowder was gone. When the last shot was fired, Prescott did not flee. He drew his sword, shouting, "Stand with me!" He fought hand to hand in the smoke and screams until he was forced from the hill. By sunset, the hill was lost, but what happened that day shocked the world. The British had won the ground, but at a terrible cost. Over 1,000 of their soldiers lay dead or wounded. The Americans, untrained and outgunned, had proven that courage could stand against empire. When General Washington heard the news, he said quietly, "If such men will fight, we shall not be conquered." From that day forward, every soldier in the Revolution carried the spirit of Bunker Hill within him. William Prescott's name faded from the pages of history, but his courage became part of the soul of America. He showed that freedom is not won by power, it's earned by sacrifice. So the next time you see the flag, remember the men who stood when others fled. Remember the ones who fought with empty muskets, but hearts full of fire. Because freedom is not a gift, it's a debt paid in blood and courage. If this story moved you, hit that like button for the forgotten heroes, share their courage with the world, and subscribe, because more hidden stories of America's past are waiting to be told.